All right, so we should be live. What's going on, everybody? I have been under the weather for the last few days. I actually have influenza A, have the flu. It's really, really sucked. Achy, eyeballs even hurt. I'm sure my voice sounds kind of raspy, coughing shit up, the whole nine. I'm so sick of laying in bed. I don't feel like making any content, but I do miss you guys. So here I am. I figured I'd jump on a damn live stream. Screw it. I get like I said, it gets boring just sitting there, not doing anything, sweating in the bed, sweating out the fever. Easy, what's going on, my friend? I'm glad you could join me. Nothing in particular in mind, no specific topics. I'm sitting here in my pajamas still, big oversized shirt and my PJ jogging pants, I'm just sick of being in bed, not feeling good, but I wanted to come on and talk to you guys because I haven't. Hello, what's up, Chad? Got a bunch of people jumping on. Hope, yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm Dayquil, NyQuil, left and right. I mean, it's the flu, so it's not like I can just take a bunch of antibiotics to feel better. So it is what it is. And I don't know if y'all noticed, I got a new mic. Got the Elgato Wave 3. So that's the same mic that Unaverage Joe has. After doing a stream with him the other day, and when I watched the playback, the audio quality from my Mayono Ferry to his Elgato Wave 3 was so night and day. I literally bought the damn thing right then and there, like 20 minutes after the live stream when I was watching the playback. So even though my voice sounds like shit, does my audio sound a little bit better than usual? Ken, I appreciate you, brother. Always coming with the super chats, the $9.99. I appreciate you, my friend. Very, very nice of you. Hope you get well soon. Yeah, same. Because look, I don't know what to do with myself. I haven't been to the gym in days. I actually was feeling well enough to do some content last night. That's why the video that came out today, the tag video I did, I even coughed in that video. I tried holding back the cough as much as I could. I wanted to get that out for Dedrick because he asked me to do it. So I wanted to do right by him and get it done. But yeah, being out of my routine has kind of been a pain in the ass. So it's not about a specific scent for because like I still smell fine and everything, So I mean, I've still been wearing fragrance every day. I wore Signature Tobacco yesterday. I'm wearing Nishane Ani today. Smelling great, Fragrance technology, probably unbeatable perfume. Smells like Creed Aventus. There's like 1,000 things that smell like Creed Aventus at this point. Just watching Game Day Morning. Just ordered Herod clone from this Facebook group. New bottles. Ever heard of them? No, I have not actually. JR, what's going on? Excuse me. Probably going to be some random coughs here and there. The only plus side, I guess, if anything, to being sick like this is my appetite has been shit. I've been trying to make myself, when I do eat strictly some proteins. So I'm sure I'm going to drop 2 or 3 pounds. I feel like I've dropped a little bit of weight. I'm probably going to drop 2 or 3 pounds in these couple of days, maybe even 4 or 5 pounds. So I'm just going to be weak as shit when I go back to the gym. That's the only downside. Cheapy oud-like fragrances for beginners. Banana Republic Oud Mosaic. Go after that. You can find it for $20 at the rack stores. They pop up at Burlington most of the time. Bought Oud Noir, and this is him from Aura Fragrance. Aura Parfums is not a place. Aura Fragrance is what you meant. Hopefully be in my hands soon here in Brazil. Well, hey, I'm glad they ship to Brazil. That works out because I don't know too many places that ship overseas. I get asked often about what ships to different countries, and I have no idea. I don't live in any country outside of the United States, so I wouldn't have an idea. Privé Vetiver, can't wait. Portfolio Elite. Hey, I hope you like it. If you like barbershop, it's a steal at $15. I have not smelled Victory League. I couldn't smell Rosasi. Shorha? Beast Mode did a rapid test. Negative. Oh, you shove those Q-tips in your nose? I don't do that shit. I'm just sick. People can still get regular sick. That stuff still happens. So, like your reviews, brother. Greetings from Dominican Republic. How are you? So, fella, what's the chat about? Just chatting. Been at home sick with the flu the last couple of days. Just tired of sitting in bed. That's why my voice sounds a little different than usual. even though I have a new mic. Just wanted to jump on and say hi. I don't know how long I'll stay on. Might stay on 30 minutes, might be an hour, might be more than an hour. I don't know. I'm feeling well enough to, come get in my office here and do so, even though I'm still in my pajamas. I'm just wanted to get up and move around a little bit. The Essence line, I only have pure lavender, and it's synthetic, but it's pleasant. Give me lemon lime fragrance. Give me lemon lime fragrance. Give you one? No. As far as one that smells like lemon and lime, I can't think of none off the top of my head. There's tons of them out there. Check out pages like Base Notes and Fragrantica and Parfumo and iFragrance and type in that specific stuff, and they'll have a big old giant list of them. Fragrances are getting weaker, but you are becoming Beast Power Babe. I appreciate that, Joker. Got Dior Homme Sport 2021 the other day. Been so sick I haven't opened it yet. I do plan on getting that sooner than later. I definitely plan on getting that sooner than later. It's one that I am very excited about because I like the other three versions of Dior Homme Sport. Big love from Morocco. I appreciate you. What new releases are you looking forward to in 2022? I don't have anything specific outside of the recently released Cedrat Boisé Intense. Mont Blanc Legend Red. That one has my attention. Stuff like that. That's mainly the ones I'm interested the most with the most currently of what just released or is about to release. Adolfo Black smells like $12 version of a Zara Wanted. A very good, great performance too. That's good to know. I'll keep my eyes out for that. Greetings from the Union, or more simple terms, Europe. I appreciate that, Divine. Thank you, man. Ever smelled Black is Black? I have, and they never excited me. I've seen them at the rack stores, all the different flankers and stuff like that. They never made me want to buy them. They're always loose bottles that you can just smell most of the time, or some of them are anyways. Brown's had Michael Jordan Legend for $12.99. That's a solid little $13 fragrance. It's decent. What's the best Armaf fragrance? Club de Nuit Intense Man. Outside of that, I don't have any other ones. I have Très Nuit, and that's it. I don't buy a ton of Armaf stuff. Heard about Bentley Momentum Unbreakable. Ooh, iris and lavender with violet leaf, geranium, vetiver, patchouli, papyrus, and mandarin orange. No, but that definitely has my intrigue. I may need that one. Glad you mentioned that. I have not heard about that one being released. Appreciate that, Easy. Favorite mint fragrance is definitely Enclave from Amouage. It's a spearmint fragrance. Whew. Super crazy powerful, too. Get a sample and try that one. You will thank me later on that one. Yuzu Soda from Stranger smells like lemon lime soda. There you go, Ken. Mohammed can wade in for you. There you go. I was gifted a bottle of Zendami Cologne. Have you heard of this? I have not. Let's see. You put the new BDK onto a test list. Got revealed on the third Ombre Safrano. No, I have not. There's others that are already out from the house that I'd be more interested in checking out than something that's recently been announced, because there's still more from the house I'd like to dive into. I've only tried 3 fragrances: Citrus Riviera, Tobacco Rose, and then I have a bottle of Rouge Smoking. Video yesterday about content moving forward. I was thinking about starting my own channel. I was not seeing where I could fit into this space with so many of you. Don't look at it that way. Don't look at it as there's too many. Just start. Just record something, be yourself, and roll with it from there. You'll make adjustments as time progresses. That's always my advice to somebody that wants to start a channel. It's what I did. I just pressed record one day, and it just evolved from there. I always do one take. The only time you see these transitions are to technically chapter a video. So if it's a list, to go from fragrance to fragrance, or if it's an individual review, to go from presentation to scent to performance to final thoughts. It's just kind of a chaptering thing. And you'll find things that work best for you over time. You just press record, start making content. It's enjoyable. If nothing else, it's enjoyable to do, at least for me. I wouldn't steer away from it. If you want to start making content, start making content. How are you? Ajmal Evoke Gold. You revisited any of the newer Cremo fragrances? I haven't bought a Cremo fragrance in a while. Ice Citron and Driftwood had my attention, but I didn't get around to it. Bourbon Vanilla, Palo Santo, all those newer ones. There's just so much getting released all the time that I'm more focused on some of the designers and certain niche fragrances these days than it is stuff like Cremo fragrances. Let's see. Montal Arabian Tonka. No, but I've heard good things about it. I've never tried it myself, though. I'm trying to remember who told me that it was solid. I can't remember off the top of my head. I remember having a conversation with somebody and they brought that fragrance up. I just can't remember who it was. Cristiano Ronaldo Legacy Private Edition. I've never tried any of this. I'm assuming that's Cristiano Ronaldo. I've never tried any of those fragrances. Did you heard about El Gonzo perfumes? No, I have not. Besides your new channels you're starting, what would you like to accomplish or start for 2022 in fragrance? Because the main thing I've been focused on is like the upcoming live podcast, video podcast episodes that I'm doing on the new channel. This week coming, I have one more live stream that I plan on doing with Joey and Joe that's going to be on Thursday of this week. And then moving forward, I mean, when I have a fragrance related live stream, I'll still do that on this channel, but everything else is going to be on the TLTG podcast channel. Make sure to subscribe. For those of you that haven't yet, first video is going to be on the 18th. It's going to be a wrestling episode, me and Unaverage Joe. And that's really the focus right now. Besides that, it's hard to really pinpoint anything specific, to be honest with you. I accomplished pretty much all of my goals last year. The one that I finished short of was I would have liked to have been at 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I was at 41. Can't be mad about that. It is what it is. So this year, the goal is to be at 60,000 by the end of the year. I think that's feasible because on average, I do around 11 to 1,300 subscribers a month on an average month, and then on a good month, 16, 1,700, because it fluctuates, you know. So if I could be around 60,000 by the end of the year, that's something I'd like to accomplish. And 10 million views is around the corner. I'm at 8.2 some odd, right around 8.3 million views. So I'll hit 10 million views in the next few months. So as far as milestones and accomplishments, that's the things I'm looking forward to the most. I think that's some pretty cool accomplishments in my opinion. Big Ross, Tom Ford is gearing up 2020 new releases, and you know how he do it. Can't wait. Spastic Warrior. Burberry London. I think Burberry for Men's way better. I like London more than Burberry for Men, honestly, but Burberry for Men's a little bit more versatile. Don't you gentlemen say? Yeah, that the new Privé one. I'm pretty excited about that. It's the best sweet tobacco fragrance that I've ever tried. How sweet? Because most of my tobacco fragrances have some sweetness to them. As far as my favorite boozy sweet tobacco, that's Argos Triumph of Bacchus. Just straight sweet is 1821 man-made sweet tobacco spirits. That's another boozy one, but it's very sweet, honey sweet. No, I currently don't have any interest in that fragrance at all. It's not on my radar at all. Finally got some creative Ventus. Damn near got attacked by the wife. Had to beat her ass with a stick. That's my favorite comment so far. Had to damn near beat her with a stick. What other niche fragrance other than Mancera, Cedrat, Boisé would you recommend that would be a safe blind buy? Raja Parfums Elysium. Much more expensive than Cedrat Boisé, but pretty sure that's going to be a safe blind buy. I can't imagine too many people not liking the way that smells. But I'll never recommend blind buying any niche fragrance because they're all expensive and you should try them all before you buy them. There's always ways to get samples and decants online. I firmly believe when it comes to niche, you should sample before you buy. Just because I blind buy doesn't mean I recommend you do it. I have not. You're the second person to ask me about that, actually, in this live stream. Puerto Rico, Oud Touch. No, but I've heard a bunch of people talk about how good it is. I'm glad you brought that up because I've been debating on getting my hands on that. A lot of people sing its praises, including Justin. Justin got a bottle of it not that long ago. I may have to go ahead and scoop that up this year. I'm glad you mentioned that. I do make some decants from time to time, but it's not often. And the best route is with syringes. You take the atomizer off and you actually put the syringe over the little stem in there, push down, and then pull the juice out and squirt it into a decant. That is the best method. And as far as would love to see a full video on this topic, there are tons of videos on YouTube on how to do it, for sure. You could literally jump over and watch one right now if you want to. Most Wanted, the other version are good as well. Yeah, all of them. I mean, Tonic is the black sheep of the family. Not too many people like that one. I do enjoy it, but I do agree that it's an underwhelming release. But the original Wanted's a good fragrance. Wanted by Night's one of the most hyped up designer fragrances in recent memory. And then the Most Wanted is my personal favorite. My resident troll, Sammy. What's going on, my man? Glad you could join us. Thoughts on Citizen Jack Absolute? If I ever try it, I'll be able to weigh in. But as of now, I've never tried it. Have you tried Gent Sense Jet Black? No, I have not. Any tips for new YouTubers like myself trying to make content? Who's the best budget-friendly equipment? Really, you can do everything from your phone if you have a decent phone these days. I started my channel on an iPhone 7 Plus, and then this Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G was up until January of 2021. In January 2021 was when I bought my camcorder, my Sony Handycam 4K. And this is a Logitech webcam. For when I do the live streams, it's 1080p. It's not near the quality of what this phone's capable of, or definitely not my Sony Handycam. But yeah, just roll with your phone. That's all you really need. Just get a tripod ring light that'll hold your phone. Make sure you get a lapel mic of some sort that plugs into your phone so you have some sort of decent audio that you can clip to you. Don't count on the phone's audio. And you can run an entire YouTube channel as long as you want on a smartphone these days. You really can. More time to give you hell. Go easy on me today, Sammy. I got the flu. I just got tired of laying in bed. That's why I'm live. Content space isn't a too many problem. If you bring uniqueness, you'll get viewers. The easiest way to put in a capital is you can include houses that people see nowhere else. That's very true. Anyone know of a cheapy Spice Bomb Extreme clone? The most heralded that's pretty similar but not exactly the same, Cremo Spice and Black Vanilla. Bro, if you want to do a channel, just do it. I doubt Rihanna was like, I'm not going to do Fenty Beauty because Mac and Estee Lauder are already on the market. Exactly. If you want to do content, just make some content, you know. Prada L'Homme or Prada Luna Rosa. I would definitely go Prada L'Homme, but I'm also an Iris fan. So, of course, I'm going to go with the Iris fragrance of the two. But I do think it's a bit more complex. Prada Luna Rosa is a bit more simplistic. It's still a soapy aromatic type of smell, a little bit of spice, whereas Prada L'Homme's soapy and aromatic, but it's powdery and floral and has a bit more spice than Prada Luna Rosa. Do you like your beard grown out all the way or the way it was before? I do like this. My wife likes it more than I do. That's pretty much why it's still the length it is. My wife loves the beard being this long. It's less of a pain in the ass when it was shorter, you know. But, you know, I do enjoy it overall. It's just a little bit more of a pain in the ass to maintain, and I have to condition it at least every other day. Sometimes I do it a couple days in a row. I'll condition it, and then having to, you know, constantly using this beard brush, and then I have a beard comb that's in the bathroom as well, and constantly trying to tame it and train it, you know. Will you put out a top 10 of your top 10 of top 10s? No, but thank you for asking. Cremo Spice and Black Vanilla. There you go. So, man, how you feeling? I'm better than I was this morning. I'm still achy. I have the flu. But I'm better than I was yesterday. Yesterday was hell. And the day before wasn't too bad. I get certain points of the day where I feel good enough to do stuff like this. Like I shot the video yesterday. I felt well enough to shoot the video. And I'm just been so damn bored laying in bed and NyQuil, DayQuil, NyQuil, DayQuil, drinking fluids, that I said, screw it. Dragged my ass in here and hung around for a little bit, watched some lives on Instagram, and decided to jump on here and talk to you guys because I'm bored and I missed you guys. I'm really excited about the new Givenchy Gentleman coming out. I am too. I think it's going to be a good one. I hope they have some good stuff for you to grab, man. It's the most absolutely disappointing fragrance lately. Have you gotten anything that just disappointed horribly? It's a good question. It's a damn good question. Give me a second. Let me look. I think the one that kind of underwhelmed me was Michael Malal Jet Black Reserve or the Intense. Yeah, it was the Reserve. It was the Reserve. I wore it like a week or two ago, and it just dried down to like a musky, woody smell. It's the one that's supposed to smell kind of like a Ventus. I didn't care for it. It disappointed me. Jet Black Platinum is solid, but the Reserve just, it was very underwhelming. It disappointed me for sure. I had higher hopes for it. I still need to spend more time with it, but after that first wearing, I was like, ugh, can't see myself wearing this too often. It's not bad. It doesn't stink. It's just kind of bland. It's a little on the boring side. Jordan, what's going on? Adrian, thoughts on Noir de Noir? I haven't tried it, so I actually cannot weigh in. Smolder is good. I haven't wore that in a little while. It's just different. It's a smoky tobacco fragrance that's got a lot of creaminess. It's different. It's very well composed. I haven't worn it in a while. What other passions do you have outside of fragrances? Any close second? As far as from a collector standpoint, hats. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hats. Fantasy sports. I stopped playing fantasy baseball about 2 years ago. It got boring. But I still play fantasy baseball and basketball religiously. I play golf. Not as much as I used to, but I still get out on the links every couple times a year, at least. That's pretty much it, for the most part. I mean, and I'm always in the gym. It's been killing me to not go to the gym the last few days. But I mean, there's no way, no how. I would be weak and super fatigued really fast, and it'd be stupid to go to the gym. As much as I want to be at the gym, it'd just be stupid. Good afternoon. How are you? Trollman Fu. Interesting name. They had a restock of the 3.4 ounce Dior Parfums. 87. They're gone in literally 8 minutes. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. You like ATA Smolder? Yeah, I just weighed in on that, actually. Prodalome, I already answered that, but thank you for asking again. I appreciate that. Because I don't own any. I don't own every fragrance, unfortunately. I haven't tried. I haven't tried every fragrance, unfortunately. I'm not made of money. I can't get them all. As much as I'd like to, I can't get them all. Just tuning in. Do you plan to do another fragrance? There's nothing going on right now currently. I mean, I'm open to it. If the opportunity presents itself down the line, I'd definitely be open to it. But currently, there's no plans for it. Thanks for the great info and hard work. I knew you were cool dudes. We had the same haircut. Appreciate that, Retro Weld. Safe niche blind buys. Elysium, yes. Aventus is an obvious one too, but I'd still try before I buy with Aventus, whereas Elysium, I just can't see anybody not liking how that smells, you know? Look at this nonsense. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Kid Kentucky, how are you? Hasselblad or Leighton if you had to choose one. Oof, that's some different ones right there. I actually have Hasselblad right here still from yesterday's video. That's a tough one because they're so different. Because this is a Chypre, and it's very dominated by oak moss. Whereas Leighton's a bit more playful. Sweet, spicy type of scent profile. I wear Leighton more, if that helps your decision. Because it's hard to pick between the two because I wear them for different reasons. So, and for different situations. But I wear Leighton more, if that helps. That's what I've heard. I've heard yes and no. Buddy in the Fragrance Army Discord. Any similar forums, chat service for fragrance enthusiasts? There's all the Facebook groups. A ton of different Facebook groups. If you like vetiver, sure. If you're not a fan of earthy vetiver, that's what I'm not. So I've avoided the Encre Noir line because of that. Hassavat and Leighton are just masterpieces. They are damn good fragrances. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to just choose one. Rochas L'Homme, that's one that I've procrastinated getting. There's a few times I saw FragranceBuy.ca had it in stock, and I just didn't get around to getting it. That's one I would like to add to my collection for sure. I'm about to get into the decant gang. Gotta fund this hobby somehow. Good luck to you. Love the Most Wanted. Me too. Niche upgrade to Boss Bottled other than Leighton. I really don't know. That's a strange question. Because if you want to smell like Boss Bottled, just spray Boss Bottled. I mean, as far as a niche version of it, I don't know of any specifically, and I still wouldn't say Leighton. I don't think Leighton smells anything like Boss Bottled. There's your answer about blind buying on Encre Noir. FragranceNet also had a restock, full presentation for 115. That went, yeah, it's going to happen every time with that. It's very hyped. Virgin Island water is very good. Smells incredible. But for the $300-ish to something at discounters that you're going to pay for it, are you okay with just a few hours of longevity? Because they're not what they used to be. That's why I don't really buy any Creeds, because Creeds the prices are just going up, and everything about them is just going down. That's why I don't really buy too much Creed. Well, I bought a bunch of stuff based on your recommendation. I must say, Sean John 3 a.m. is a gem. Yes, it is. I completely agree with that. It's some really good stuff. I might wear that out the shower tonight. Actually, I haven't picked a fragrance for the evening yet. I'm still smelling like Niche Ani currently. A new Drakkar Intense. Yes, and look, I'm not a big fan of Drakkar Noir, but I'm excited about the Intense. I'm excited about that one. I think I want to get my nose on that for sure. Why do people like Youp Homme? I gave mines to my grandma. I don't know. I don't like current bottles of Youp Homme. I like most of the Youp flankers, but I don't like Youp Homme. What fragrance is worth buying retail, non-rack store over online prices? That's super, super, super crazy subjective. That's up to you to decide what's worth all your money. I mean, for me, it's the Spice Bomb line. I always pay retail for those when they drop. I don't hesitate because I know I'm going to like them, and I always do like them. So that's kind of the only route I would go here, is just to tell you my experience on what I pay retail on without hesitation. Because if I was to wait a little while, I could get them cheaper. But nope, let's buy them when they launch. Ginger tea and put some lemon and honey in it. I appreciate that, but I despise drinking tea. I'd rather be sick for an extra 2 days than drink tea. That's how much I hate the taste of all teas. Cremo's delicious. Spice Bomb clone equals, yeah, Cremo. Hey, Ross, love the channel. I appreciate you, Doc. Spice and black vanilla. Note 25G as we speak. There we go. Of you, I'm hooked on the note of iris. And man, it's so enjoyable. Once you really expand your olfactive palate to florals, opens up an entire new side of perfumery for guys. It really does. We get to feeling better. We care about you. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. I can hear the way I sound to myself. I sound like shit. My voice is a little raspy. So I'm sure that's coming through in the audio. So I can't weigh in on the 2020 because I have 2 bottles of the 75 ml, the good shit. Because from what friends of mine have told me that have the 100 ml, is it's fresher, it's not as deep and dense, and doesn't perform as well. Because this is a 12+ hour fragrance that I will not spray more than 4 sprays because it's so powerful. And from what I understand, that's not the case with the 2020 100 ml. So I'm not giving personal experience. I'm giving experience that I've been told by friends of mine. Rack store cheapies, and do you think that we'll see more hidden gems and stuff and nothing new on this? I don't know. That's hit and miss. It's always hit and miss. Rosa Black and Carbon are both the shite. Holy shite. What is your absolute favorite women's designer perfume and cheapy perfume? Maybe trying Surprise Wife. So my wife's favorite that I love how it smells on her is a Zara Wanted Girl. You don't really hear anybody talk about it. It smells really good on her. It's very sweet, as you would expect. Not too synthetic, but definitely on the playful side. She absolutely loves that. And YSL Libre, the EDP. That's her absolute favorite fragrance besides, she wears Rosé a lot now. Zaharoff Signature Rosé. She wears that a couple times a week. And Rose's Musk from Montal, Argos Perfume. These are all some of her favorites. But as far as a more affordable designer, Zara Wanted Girl, and a little bit more expensive designer, I guess you could say, because of what you can get it for, would be YSL Libre. You like orange and mint odors? Ultra Zest and Camuto Solaire. Any unknown geranium whipped cream? I do like orange and mint, but the rest of the comment is not making a bunch of sense to me. Any unknown odors? Geranium whipped cream? That's a strange comment. Just got to be honest with you, Andrew. How redundant is it to have Amber Oud Rouge and Instant Crush? So, Instant Crush is way more floral. I don't think it's too redundant, honestly. It's so much more floral and actually is a bit more synthetic. It's a lot of jasmine and amberwood, whereas Amber Oud Rouge is a direct clone of BR540 Extrait, which is much sweeter. So similar, yes. The same, no. Totally different balance of notes and quality. Honestly, the Al Haramain fragrance I find is a little bit better quality than the Mancera because it's so synthetic. It really is. It's very synthetic. Smells incredible as long as you like florals. I think you and I have had this conversation already. I'm kind of surprised you're asking. Happy wife, happy life. That's true. Louis Perez, what's up? Walking into the store, got to head out. Hope you feel soon. Appreciate you, Ken. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Black Cherry by Genre Parfums. All right. Koof. Do you mean cough? I don't know. Best Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille clone. There's a ton of them out there. I don't have a specific favorite one because I'm not a big Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille fan. So it's not something that I really wear. So I really can't weigh in because I really don't care for the scent profile that much. My last huge disappointment was Ristretto Intense. Really? I just want a good coffee scent, but they still put too much rose in it. Yeah, because compared to Intense Cafe, it's definitely a lot less rose and more coffee. Man, I mean, if you look at, do you want a sweet type of coffee or a drier coffee? Because there's a lot of good coffee fragrances out there. Was disappointing. Yeah, I mean, it's, yeah, that one's meh. It's okay. It smelled like it didn't really know what it wanted to be, whereas regular Visionaire, just a fresher take on Green Irish Tweed. I like the regular Visionaire. That's a solid fragrance. I wear that one from time to time. I have the blue one you're talking about. And it's okay, you know. Doesn't wow me, and like I said, it kind of smells like it doesn't know what direction it wants to go. I don't remember. I did a video on it. I just don't remember exactly which one I wore the most currently off the top of my head. I'll go easy on you. I'll make some chicken soup if you're nice enough. It's got a decan of Dior Sport and it's pretty good. It's like 2020's woodiness plus a fresh lemon citrus. No iris. Well, I mean, I knew it didn't have the iris. And actually, I've said this recently that, believe it or not, the 2012 Dior Homme Sport, the one that does have iris, while I do really enjoy it, it's actually my least favorite of the three previous versions. I like the 2017 and the 2008 more than the one with Iris from 2012. So I'm good with that line not having that particular flanker, not having Iris. The way they do it with the woods and the zestiness and everything, I really enjoy it. Like the 2017, I really enjoy that fragrance. And I'm very excited to get the 2021. I'm just going to blind buy that one because I know I'm going to like it. I have the other three. Why the hell not? You know. Peer review memo Paris colognes. I haven't dove into the house much. Market for men doing more reviews of women's fragrances. Seems like mostly male audiences, but that could factor in. So every time I've dabbled in that. And every time I've done a video on women's fragrances from my wife's collection and her suggestions and such, the videos do not do well at all. Like I have individual reviews that do better than some of the list of 10 perfumes in my wife's collection or ranked by my wife or most complimented women's perfumes according to my wife, and had individual reviews, a ton of them that do better than those handful or so of videos I've done on women's perfume. So I will continue to dip my toe sporadically in that, but for me, this guy right here, it doesn't work for me. I'm not saying it won't work for somebody else, but apparently most women don't give a shit what I think about women's perfumes. And I do have some female viewers. I mean, you've seen a few of them comment here a minute ago. It's just the majority of my audience is male, and it's such a small portion of who watch those videos from my audience. So for me personally, it doesn't seem to want to work. That content doesn't seem to work on my channel. Now, it's been a while since I've tried. May have to try again, obviously. But, I mean, I'm always open to doing it because my wife's collection is ever expanding. Not at the rate mine does, but hers is ever expanding with new fragrances. Hands down, most realistic coffee. There you go. What's your thoughts? I know you meant your. On Jeremy. I have no ill will towards Jeremy or anything. He's gotten very repetitive, but I can tell you off camera, he's a very nice guy. Very cool guy. It's been a few years since I met him, but he's a very nice guy. Yeah, on Frank of Los Angeles. Do you have preference? I have no idea what you're asking me. I have no idea what that is. Frank of Los Angeles, number 1, 2, or 3. I have no idea what that is. I've seen that. I saw her Instagram stories about that. Apparently, she was switching everything over because when you relocate, you change your address, you have to verify your address, and they only do that by sending out a letter. When you become a partner with the YouTube Partner Program, they have to physically mail you a letter with a code for you to verify your address. And apparently, you get 3 tries at it, and apparently, it's been like 6 months since she's tried this, and she hasn't gotten the letter. So they got to the point to where they went ahead and demonetized her. It's no fault of her own. It's pretty shitty. I'd be upset too. She hasn't been paid in 6 months, and trust me, she makes way more money on YouTube than I do. So I'd be pretty upset too. And I hope she gets it figured out. You know, I mean, she's not some personal friend of mine, but I hate to see that happen to anybody, you know, especially somebody that relies on that money like she does. It's gotta suck. Looking into buying a Givenchy cologne. I don't own any from the house. What should I buy first? I think you should look at the note breakdowns, watch a few videos on them potentially, and see what appeals to your taste, because they're all so different from one another. Because it's not well, if you like this, you should try this. If you like this, you should try that. It's what speaks to you when you research them. That's what you got to look at. F Black from Ferragamo, so underrated. I wouldn't call that underrated. That's one of the most hyped fragrances ever. Got a backup bottle. Have you worn that recently? Not recently. It's been a while since I've worn it. Maybe I mistook a comment you made one, but I thought you liked to ride. I do. Are you talking about my motorcycle? I'm confused. Let me scroll up and see what. Black Cherry, what up, everyone? Okay, so that doesn't make any sense because I looked at your last 4 comments prior, and they have nothing to do with writing anything. So I don't. You hit me out of left field here, Lewis. Gucci Guilty Love Editions, Italian Lemon better than all the others. Righteousness. Haven't tried them. I'm not sure. Biggest disappointment lately was actually Citra Boisé. I love the smell and projection was good, but I'm getting horrible longevity from it. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that because it's a personal favorite of mine. Yes, I currently have the flu. Is Lana Weed-Alone Blue Electric discontinued? I don't think so. I mean, it just got released 6 months ago, 8 months ago. I doubt it. I doubt it's been discontinued already. It's probably just sold out. Leighton all the way. Try to change your payment address. Yeah, there you go. Tried Alexandria's version of Noxos. No, I have not. Best cherry fragrance, less than $100. Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Eau de Parfum, in my opinion, is the best cherry fragrance you can get under $100. Feeling better. Being sick sucks. Yes. Down a third a bottle of Robitussin, call it a day. If only. I've been drinking Dayquil and NyQuil every 3.5, 4 hours. Let's see, it's 2:42 my time now. I'm actually due for another round in 15 minutes. So I'm going to be a little late on that dose because I'm sure I'm still be on here in 15 minutes. I think this is the funniest thing in the world, and it's so consistent. Stacks says this every time he gets on a live stream. Stacks in the building. Shout outs to my main man Stacks. That's consistency at its finest right there, guys. I'm telling you. He never gets on a stream and does not say that. I'm looking to get a bottle of Leighton myself. Okay, NOIR. Love them, but prefer the Ala Extreme. It's tricky to get everywhere right now unless you're in France. Angel Share. I think it is. I have a decan of it, and it's underwhelming for some when it comes to boozy fragrances from what I've gathered. But I think personally it's a very smooth, gorgeous, boozy, sweet fragrance. Beautiful. I still need to get a full bottle. I have a decant. I have not tried Pure XS. I go with Habdan. There you go. Go with Gorse over Virgin Island Water. There you go. That's always been a popular alternative for it. Shout outs to Russ. Agreed. Pure Havana on your skin. So I don't have a bottle of Pure Havana. I have tried it. I forgot whose house I tried it at. It's been years. But I recall it going for a while. I didn't really clock it, but I mean it wasn't gone in 2 hours or anything. But I don't remember because it's only one time I've smelled it. A knee, yes. That's what I'm wearing. What's going on, my man? After wrestling talk, we need something called Pile Driver. Amen line. I don't necessarily want to say it's dead. Hell, I wore Pure Malt a few days ago. It's going to be in the rotation video whenever I can get around to shooting that. I don't know what they're still producing and what they're not producing anymore. I haven't looked into that. So I can't really say it's dead because I don't want to unless I have the facts, you know. La Nuit de l'Homme, so incredible. Is it so incredible that all the YouTubers say it? So not like it used to be. Go with Blue Electrique if you can find it. The newer version. It's basically vintage formulation of La Nuit de l'Homme. It's very, very similar to it. It performs better. Today's versions of La Nuit de l'Homme are a bit watered down. Comparatively, still smells really good, but it's not what it used to be. Neroli fragrances. There's tons of really good Neroli fragrances. Reflection Man from Amouage. Neroli Woods, Banana Republic. That's opposite ends of the spectrum. That's an expensive one and a cheap one. One that's hard to find that I really like, is my favorite Neroli fragrance, Armenegildo Zegna Acqua di Neroli. That's hard to find, but it's a great Neroli fragrance. Angel Share worth it. Yes, as stated. Slovakia, how are you? Funny, I hate the taste of tea, but I love the scent of And look, I love the different tea notes and fragrances, but I can't stand the taste of any tea. Legend Intense, yes, I do really, really like it. It's sad that they got rid of it. Uh, okay then. Me too. I saw some pictures. I'm on the hunt for new Dracar Intense and Dracar Essence. Now, Grand Criminal with Palo Santo. There you go. Call. You Homme strongly reminds me of stereotypical car air freshener and not in a good way. Think of those Christmas tree air fresheners from the 90s. That's a pretty bold statement, but I can see where you're coming from with it. Dior and Armani are usually the only one I buy retail for. And look, that's some solid brands for that. I paid retail for for Sauvage Elixir. I paid retail for the last two Spice Bomb flankers. I paid retail for Polo Cologne Intense. If there's something I'm really excited about and it's about to release, I don't hesitate. I'll go ahead and pull the trigger on it. Uplifting, calming. What's up, brother? Killing the live stream. I wouldn't say I'm killing it. I'm sick as hell right now. I was just tired of laying in bed and wanted to get on and talk for a little while, chat with you guys. I'm sure I sound like shit because I sound like shit to me. A different sport from the other two. We'll work for one. Say hi, Adventure Sense. I appreciate you for stopping in. Thank you, man. 83 and Midnight. Should I get Voyage? Yeah, because it doesn't really smell like the two of those. Voyage kind of separates itself from those two. Hope you get better soon. Recent got a backup F Black. I haven't worn it in a while. 75 is a treasure gem. Yeah. I'll still get 100 ml as a backup, hunting down another 75. 75s are the way to go from what I understand. I mean, I've never tried the 100 mls, but I have no desire to because I have two 75 mls. I bought both of these right before they got discontinued and then got scarce. I paid $110 a bottle for these, and I have my other bottles still sealed. I plan on wearing this next week. I haven't wore it yet this season. I normally only wear it in the winter. KC or Denver, head up. Are you asking about football? I mean, KC, I would think. It's funny you say that. About to have a kickoff right here. I have it on TV. I just don't have the volume on. Denver's about to get the ball. Fragrance Buy had some 100s. Yeah, I saw they had them. They go so quick. Dolce & Gabbana Intenso low. If you like barbershop style fragrances that have a little bit of a dry tobacco, sure. But it's nothing special. I have a bottle of it that I hardly ever wear. Got a 40 ml. It's nothing special. I wear the original Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme more than this. Soapy aromatic, a little bit of tobacco. I like the original better, personally. I wouldn't know. I've never tried it. Never had the desire for it. Thinking about Dead Cool Fragrance House. I do not. Never heard of it. Best Raja Parfum Cologne. So for versatility, Danger, Wow Factor, Creation E, Masculine Approach, Scandal Parfum Cologne. And if you like vetiver. Vetiver's solid. I'm not a big vetiver guy. But I do like vetiver Parfum Cologne. But if you're looking for a more versatile fragrance, Danger Parfum Cologne for sure. But if you want the wow factor, go with Creation E. That's the two recommendations I would put. Most masculine, fresh, clean, iris frag you know of. Designer and niche. I would never really relate too much of masculine with iris. That's pretty hard to do. You're not really going to get much masculinity out of an iris dominant fragrance. It's just not going to happen. I would say something along the lines, if you're looking for fresh and clean, probably Pradalome Low. As far as designer and as far as niche, probably Zaharoff Ascento for me. Big wow factor on that one. It's a musky pineapple hyacinth iris kind of fragrance. A little bit of shower gel vibe. Shower in the Woods. Most complimented fragrance from strangers, women's. What is your most complimented fragrance from strangers, women's? Just wanted you to hear it after I read it. Strangers, women's. Gotta love typos. The absolute most complimented, I'm not sure, but the most recent that sticks out because of the way it went down was Signature Rosé at King when we were at King Soopers. Because I literally saw this lady pass me in my peripheral, stop in her tracks, back up with her cart, pat me on the shoulder. Excuse me, sir. I just have to ask, what are you wearing? That smells so good. It was just so deliberate and a little dramatic because she's like hit the brakes and backed up with her buggy. It was funny. Overall, most complimented. I mean, I'm not sure. What's your favorite amouage? Whew, that's a tough question because I love a lot of different things from amouage. Probably Epic Man, though. I really, really like the incense and oud and spices. I feel like Epic Man is kind of a signature fragrance for the brand because what that fragrance is about is kind of what all of their fragrances are about. There's a little bit of what's in Epic Man and just about all of their fragrances. Oud, incense, stuff like that. On a severe budget, spend next to nothing but have people wanting to eat you. Base yourself with as the criminals you think yuck, but yum. Pete and Pedro inspired fragrances. The first three, yes, and they're very extremely mediocre. Nothing special. I don't wear them. Just ordered Why Live. Yes. I don't know how it compares to Hawass because I don't have Hawass, but it's a damn good fragrance in its own right. I haven't wore that one in a while. I'm glad you brought that up. Need to wear that. My experience with coffee scents is a lot of them end up smelling like hazelnut. Oud Cafe, that makes sense. Golden Dala, I haven't tried that one, but that makes sense with Oud Cafe for sure. Do you plan on trying Gentleman EDT Intense? At some point, I'd love to. And your icon is hilarious. Pickle O for Piccolo. That's hilarious. I love it. That is the greatest YouTube picture and name I've seen in a long time. Let me give you a hand. That shit's great. Top 3 ouds. That's tough. My current favorite is Narcotica. It's a smoky, sweet oud. And Narcotica for sure. Then I would have to say something along the lines of Mancera's The Oud and Montal Honey Oud. That's probably my 3 current favorites. Spicy Oud from Montal would come in a very close 4th place. It's a damn good patchouli saffron oud. Hitting 60K. Thoughts on All Saints fragrances? I haven't spent any time with anything from All Saints, unfortunately. Happy New Year's to you as well, Ben. I'm sending your package out this week. I appreciate you, Ken. I am originally from Louisiana. Yep, Homme, Louisiana, born and raised. 52 miles southwest of New Orleans. I can feel like sport like the other 2. I'm getting behind on these comments. Stand by my word. Followed by kerosene as a true coffee scent. If you apply a shot, you can get a sample for $7. Hope you're doing well. I'm under the weather. I have the flu currently, but I appreciate you coming and check me out. Aqua Azura. No, I have not. I haven't tried either one of those. Cody versus Hook. So, as far as the wrestling stuff, make sure to subscribe to the TLTG podcast. It's a new channel, and the first episode is going to be on the 18th. It's me and An Average Joe, and we're talking about current storylines and predictions and stuff like that. So I'm not going to really do much wrestling talk here today, but make sure to subscribe to TLTG podcast, And because that you're definitely going to want to be there for that. Oof, that's tough. So I love Mercedes-Benz Cologne. Mercedes-Benz Club Black is a favorite among tons of people. I got to go between those two. I do like Mercedes-Benz Intense. Kind of has a bit of a Dior Fahrenheit kind of vibe going for it. But if I had to pick just one, it's probably Mercedes-Benz Cologne because it's just this orange and lemonade smell. It's super refreshing citrus. Put it this way. I have 2 bottles of that. That's the only Mercedes fragrance I have 2 bottles of. So I guess that has to be my vote, right? Hello. Thoughts on Frank Olivier Oud Touch? So I had somebody ask earlier about it. I haven't tried it, but it's one that has had my intrigue. I do plan on getting a hold of it. I've been thinking about adding that one to the want list for upcoming pickups because I do plan on buying some fragrances. Probably starting end of the month, I'll probably start buying again. Very expensive, dizzy. Los Angeles is a fragrance line on Lucky Scent. Oh, okay. I had no idea. I've never heard of it. They have dope tobacco based on fragrance on the reviews I've seen. Noted. Do you know of any fragrance that's similar to Wave Musk by Mancera? No. The only thing I've ever smelled that has that scent profile is Wave Musk. I haven't tried anything. It's because it's a combination of aquatic, salty, and grass. And grapefruit. I just, plus obviously clean musk. I haven't smelled anything that smells like Wave Musk. It really is a gem. Yeah, let's get them likes up. Why not? I appreciate that. I have no idea what they're at. Let me refresh the feed. I got the feed going right here. 44 likes with 153 people watching. Yeah, he's right. Let's get those likes up. Come on, guys. I appreciate all of you anyways, but might as well. Hell, he's got a point. We've got less than a fourth like. Oh, there we go. Now we're in the 50s. I appreciate you guys. I'm watching them shoot up. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. So about to say we got a healthy amount of people watching, but not even close to that in likes. Which release of this year do you prefer, Blue Electrique? Well, I haven't tried Gentleman EDT Intense, so I can't pick against or pick that one. But Blue Electrique was a damn good release. It was one of my favorite releases of last year, for sure. Because I've always liked La Nuit de l'Homme, and it's basically the new and improved version. Mr. Barry, how are you, sir? Pleasure to have you. Optic Arts. Just picked up a bottle of El Gudo. Yes, very, very good fragrance. Grape whiskey. Grape and apple whiskey is what it smells like. Gucci Guilty Absolute. I do plan on getting that. Justin sold me on that many times over. Very bold, unique leather fragrance that a 50 ml will be plenty for me. That's one I am going to get this year. I've put off getting. And even if I just wear it a couple of times, I just want to have the olfactive experience. If I fall in love with it, great. If it's nothing special for me, it's nothing special for me. But I definitely want to get my hands on it. I don't own any oud fragrances, but I've heard you mention Boss Bottled Oud. You said it is, but it's not going to really give you what oud's about because it's very synthetic. It doesn't smell like real oud, so you can't really judge it that way. You can dip your toe in it that way because it's easy to go with if you like Boss Bottled. But I think to really give yourself an idea of what oud's about, get Banana Republic Oud Mosaic. It doesn't smell like a $20 fragrance, I'm telling you right now. Yes, it's a synthetic oud, but the oud that Claude used gives you more of an idea of what a more challenging oud can be about. Need some fat whiskey and honey. Kareem, how are you, my friend? I want a fragrance that smells like peanut butter jelly and banana toast. These house, they're probably the phrase. Hot toddy. Latafa. Okay. He was pumped for this new Gentleman EDP Reserve Privé as I am. I am very excited about that fragrance. That's one of the upcoming releases I'm most excited about. As I saw it on your channel. Hey, grab it. I wore it a couple nights ago, actually. First time I've wore it in a while. No, I cannot recommend a site where you can buy that from. That's hard to get. People ask me all the time, And I wish people would stop asking me because I don't know where to find it. It's hard as hell to find. So the Terre d'Hermes line does not smell good on my skin. That's a style of vetiver that comes across almost like a roach spray on my skin. I don't like any of the Terre d'Hermes fragrances. The Eau Très Fraîche, the Parfum, the EDP, none of them. Angel Share is amazing. Yes, it is. I agree. Hope you feel better soon. I got a decan of Hermetica Verticloud. Pretty awesome. So these Hermetica fragrances, I've wanted to dabble into them a little bit. I like the bottle designs. They're different. Haven't gotten my hands on any of them, though. You worry about some of your fragrances spoiling before you get to use them. You have such a cornucopia. It's all in the storage and the quality. Higher quality oils, the longer they'll last when stored properly. When it comes to these cheaper designer fragrances, storing them is the best thing you can do. But usually the first thing to go will be the citruses. Citrus in the top note will spoil and sour first, but usually the heart notes and the base will be just fine. It all depends. But I mean, it takes a long time. I have a bottle, the most recent one to spoil, and I'm at the bottom of it anyway, is Ed Hardy Hearts and Daggers. The citrus is spoiled up top, but after like 3 minutes, that spoiled sour citrus is gone and you're into the heart of the fragrance, and it's fine. It's one of those deals where use what you can, but just know that when it comes to high quality fragrances that use really good oils, they will age like a fine wine most of the time. Not all of them, but they'll age properly. And even with those, citruses will be the first to go. But usually if it's a quality citrus oil, it'll prolong it a bit longer. The main thing is cool, dry atmosphere, out of light, and you can store them for a long time. Pure Havana is long-lasting on me. Thank you, Barry. 2 stupid questions. Here we go. In regards to your workout, is there a body type celebrity you use as a goal? No, there is not. Video idea, celebrities and what cologne you think they wear. Interesting idea. Not too shabby of an idea. How come some fragrances smell like burned cigarette ashes to my nose? Did you ever hear that before? H24 and Cedrat Boisé do that to me. I haven't heard that about those two because that's 2 that I really like. I think H24 was an interesting release, even though the majority's opinion of it was meh. I really like H24, and I think they can do some things with that line like they did with the Terre d'Hermes line. I like H24 and Cedrat Boisé. Neither one of those have ever smelled like that to me. You're the first person to ever tell me that about those 2 fragrances. I'm surprised to hear that. Yeah, I'm kind of taken back by that. I'm shocked to hear that, actually. George needs to make a large bottle of signature rosé. That is in the works. Tobacco and rosé, I believe, are going to be available in a 4-ounce at some point. First time wearing Gentleman Boisé. That's a good one. Nice, spicy, woody iris. Eagerly awaiting the New Year's Eve haul still. Gentleman EDP, Ferragamo Uomo, and Diorum Intense. That's going to be a nice haul right there. It's taking forever. 2 have been sitting in the same spot for 4 to 5 days. Well, I hope when you do get them, you enjoy them because that's 3 great pickups, my man. Supplements do you use for workouts and recovery? So as far as my endless cycle of supplements, every day I wake up, I take a men's multi, a potassium gluconate, a CLA, which is an omega-6 fatty acid, and then I drink Total War with some creatine monohydrate put in it, which is Redcon 1's pre-workout. Total War. When I get home from the gym, 2 scoops of Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard Whey and 1 scoop of Vital Proteins Collagen Peptides. Later in the evening, and I don't do this every day, I have a 5-protein blend from Muscle Farm, MP Combat. It's here and there that I use that protein powder. And I'm trying to think if I'm leaving anything out. I think that's it. Yeah. And pure protein bars here and there that I snack on. I don't think I left anything out. That's pretty much it. Terry Mugler. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. Buddy Chestnut got me some fireplace. Thanks for that. Keep one Raja, dump all the rest. Oceania. See how quick that answer was? Because that's how versatile and how much I enjoy it. No, I'm not an Oakland A's fan. I just have several of the hats. I grew up without a baseball team. That's why I have so many different baseball hats. South Louisiana doesn't have a pro baseball team. Closest thing we had was Astros and Braves. That's why the majority of my baseball hats are Astros and Braves, which ironically they were the World Series this past year. Astros and Braves. Because on TV, that's what I had. Houston was the closest market we had for baseball. And then on the Turner Broadcast Networks, we could always watch the Braves games. So I grew up a fan of the the Astros and the Braves. But I like the Marlins, the Rockies, the Athletics, the Mariners. I like the logos. The logos, the team colors, stuff like that. Because I never had a baseball team. So that's why. Let's see. A little bit. I have like 20 different soaps. About 20 and 20 for soaps and aftershaves. I don't do creams and balms. What's going on, Papa Smurf? Referring to the question about passions. I thought you'd mention riding. Oh, well, because I haven't been able to lately. That's why it wasn't at the top of my head. Because it's been too cold to ride. And, you know, I'm on a sport bike, so it's not something that I really want to do when it's super cold outside, because it's not like I'm just cruising at 30, 40 miles an hour doing speed limit anywhere. 30 miles an hour is a rare occurrence on my bike, you know. So it's I haven't been riding lately. It's supposed to snow tonight, so obviously I'm not riding today or tomorrow, and I'm sick anyway. But in like 3 or 4 days, we're supposed to have like 2 or 3 days in a row that the highs are in the 50s with no weather of any kind. I'm going to double layer my gloves. I'm going to throw on one of my riding jackets instead of just a hoodie to go to the gym. And I am riding my bike to the gym 3 days in a row. I have not rode my bike in a couple of weeks, and it's been killing me. Are my Saints going to make the playoffs? I don't know. If they do, they're not going to last long. When did you buy your bottles? What year? This was back in 2019. I bought them. What year did they get discontinued? 2019, because they came out with a 2020 version. It was back in 2019 that I bought them. I don't necessarily think there's a best alternative because there's so many alternatives. There is a ton of ways to smell like Green Irish Tweed. There's niche clones of Green Irish Tweed. There's clones. When I say clones, I mean companies that's all they do is make clones of other fragrances. There's designer brands that make clone versions of Green Irish Tweed. There are tons. I don't think one best one exists. EDP or the Extreme. So I've only tried the Extreme once on paper in a blind smell and rate video with Justin. And it wasn't that good on paper, so I haven't tried it on skin, so I can't really justify one versus the other, but I love the EDP. The EDP is great. A favorite gourmand in particular, not necessarily, but the one that captivates me the most that's actually like a gourmand oud is Montal Honey Oud. Do you have any insights or note breakdown on the new Zaharoff Signature Royale X Parfum? I'm not going to throw anything out there, and as far as the note breakdown, all you have to do is go to the Zaharoff website, to the Royale X listing, and the note breakdown is right there for you. Ever smelled Alexandria's leather intense inspired by Dior Homme Parfum? I have not. Because anytime I want to wear Dior Homme Parfum, I just wear Dior Homme Parfum. Living Stromboli. No, I haven't. Not all of the flankers, but a lot of the light blue flankers have eluded me. Every year I'm like, this is the year that I'm going to get them, and I don't. And that's going to bite me in the ass because I keep procrastinating and prolonging it. I know it's just going to make it difficult to get them. Black Phantom smells amazing. Plus came in the skull box, which if you buy now doesn't come anymore. I bought it back in 2018. That would, if I was to buy a Killian fragrance, that would be the one. Machete, how are you? Jim Gaines looking strong. What's harder when it comes to maintaining mass for you? The consistent intentional eating or the consistent? So it's not about the intensity in the gym. I never have that issue. I have not eaten for mass in months. I've been focused on cutting down. I still have another 15 pounds to go before I'm going to look to put any size back on and go back in the surplus. I'm staying in a deficit for now. I was 198 a few days ago on the scale, fully clothed, and I'm probably like 195 today. I mean, y'all, I don't know if y'all could see it, but when my arms were down, they were just, well, because they're not down anymore. But when my arms are just down like this, let me stand up so y'all can see what I'm talking about. When my arms are just down, I'm just veiny as a son of a bitch. You know? I'm not flexing nothing. I'm just chilling. Like, I'm super vascular. I'm not as lean as I'd like to be, but my arms are always my arms and my face are the first things to lean out every time. Every time I lose weight. So I'm probably about 15 pounds away from going into a surplus. I'm 1,800 calories a day. Right now, I'm just eating whatever while I'm sick, but barely eating anything. And I'm strictly eating proteins. I'm making sure to get some protein because I'm not eating near enough calories. I'm maybe getting 1,000 calories in right now. But when I go back to a surplus, which will probably be in the spring, I'm going to do right around 3,000 calories, nothing crazy. And I should be able to gain pretty well on 3,000 calories. But after eating 1,800 calories worth of food for months on end, 3,000 calories is going to be a bitch to eat. To eat healthy calories, you know what I mean? I could eat shit calories and get to 3,000 like that. But to eat good calories, it's going to be a bitch to eat that kind of food. That's going to be hard. Also on Pete and Pedro fragrances, I got their sample set. Nothing special. Shout outs from Grand Junction. Shout outs to you as well. Halloween Man Hero is a good buy for yes, and more yes. I really, really like that one. It's basically what's taking Invictus Aqua's place for me. Looking forward to seeing your birthday haul this month. Yeah, I haven't bought nothing yet. Birthday's in 2 weeks. Birthday's in 2 weeks, and I haven't bought anything. So I see you type this again. We already talked about this, but okay. Last purchase was Luna Rosa Ocean. Very impressed but surprised. See it go by the trash and a lot of reviewers. I know that you love Blue Scents. So I did a full review on it, and I thought it was okay. I don't think it was a great release. I don't. I think it was a good release. It was solid. It's just another sweet aquatic. You know, if once you get your nose on so many fragrances, it's hard to have something really impress you. And yeah, there is things that some people will deem generic that do impress me sometimes because it's just enjoyable for me and my taste. And that I do like. I did spend a good bit of time with it, but it was like a 6.5 out of 10 fragrance for me. You know, better than good, but not great was what I said in the review. I think Prada Luna Rosa Ocean is better than good, but not great. So I hope that helps. No, but I've heard wonderful things about that. What's up, Jeremy? How are you, man? Well, Paul Glenwood Springs. Aqua Senziale Blue. That's my jam, man. I wore it a couple nights ago. No, I haven't tried any of those. Bleecker Street, haven't bought, but it's worth it. Yeah, Bleecker Street's the shit. Gallagher Fragrances has one close to Wave Musk. I don't remember the name. Amongst Waves or Overt, maybe. You would have to look in the notes on the website. So there you go. Most overrated designer other than Bleu de Chanel. So you're assuming I think Bleu de Chanel is overrated. That's your opinion that you're throwing out on me is what that is. Because I didn't say that. Overrated designer. Mont Blanc Explorer. I like it. But so many people act like it's just the greatest thing since sliced bread. I think it is. I think it's like a 7 out of 10, not a 10 out of 10. It's good. It's very good. I like it. I put it in my fall list. You know, I wear it. I just don't think it's great and phenomenal and oh my God, this is the best version designer way to smell like Creed Aventus. It's better than Creed Aventus. And all these things people say about it. You find yourself wanting to wear just when the mood strikes me. It's not a particular situation that makes me want to wear it. It's just when the mood strikes me. Oh, I would take Sedley every time. Sedley's legit. Oud Mosaic is solid. So I want to get my nose on Waj line. What would you recommend I should sample from them? I think Epic Man and Reflection Man are two that are absolutely worth trying. Boundless is a very good sweet tobacco, worth trying. Enclave is a different spearmint fragrance that's worth trying. I think if you can try those four, and then Jubilation 25, one of their classics. Get your nose on those five. That can kind of give you a little variety of what the house is about. No, I never tried Midnight in Paris. Hills, how are you? Glad you could stop in. What's the worst fragrance you've smelled this year and of all time that others like? That's a hard question. The worst fragrance you've smelled this year, well, smelt, I think you meant smelled, this year and of all time that others like. I can't really think of anything. I can usually find the good in most. Nothing really comes off to me as it stinks. So I really don't have an answer for you. I'm getting better. I got the flu, unfortunately. But I'm getting better. I've been sweating it out. I'm ready to be over this shit. I'm ready to get back to the gym. I'm ready to get back in my groove, making content, all that stuff. Reflection, Material, Epic, Meander, Boundless. There you go. Terre d'Hermes is severely overrated. Thank you for saying that, Paige. Because look, I get why people like it. It just doesn't smell good on me, to me. Plain and simple. It might smell good to others coming from my skin. I don't know, but I've never liked it. I don't like how it smells on my skin. Adding Hermetica samples. Actually, I think Twisted Lily has a discovery set for them. That's where I've seen them. Do you say that same shit when they miss the playoffs? I mean, they're going to make it this year, obviously. But do you say that same shit when they don't do that well? Or are you just, how about them Cowboys because they have a decent offense and decent defense? It's like nails on a chalkboard to everybody that's not a Cowboys fan. That's why you did that in all caps. The fans make everybody else hate the Cowboys. Not the Cowboys. Jerry Jones don't make me hate the Cowboys. The Cowboys don't make me hate the Cowboys. The fans make me hate the Cowboys. And I don't hate the Cowboys. I'm just, y'all go overboard with it. Got your nose in Arizona Sunset. Yes, I have. It is a strange one because it actually has cigarettes listed in it, and you can smell it too. Yeah, I've done a video on it. I did a first impressions on it, and actually did a giveaway too. It's on my little rotation table. Keep forgetting to wear it. It's right there for me to wear it. Well, like I said, Rapoise and smells just like Aventus. No, it does not. No, it does not. But thank you for saying that it smells like just like Aventus. I'm pretty confident just about everybody's going to disagree with you after reading this because I pinned it and everybody can see it. Highly recommend Hermetica Red Moon. Noted. I've tried Sammy Andrews for. Like 90% of the Sammy Andrews fragrance videos on YouTube are my channel. So, yeah, I've tried them. Are you new to my channel? My favorite that's not blue sapphire, red sapphire, purple sapphire, black sapphire, green sapphire, great Bleecker Street clone. Pretty much the sapphire line. No, I do not have any experience on them. Indeed. I actually have a handful of Sammy fragrances that haven't made it to the channel yet because Sammy just makes too many damn fragrances. Le Male Le Parfum, Masasi de Riche and Herod Clone I mentioned earlier, and 2 from Genre, Olivini, Sultan, Black. Noted. Is there any cologne that is similar to Michael Jordan cologne? Gucci Guilty Black, I've never tried. I have Gucci Guilty Intense. And outside of Michael Jordan cologne itself, I don't know of anything that's similar to it specifically. Not really. It's in the vein of a Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger, but not the same. No, I cannot because I don't layer. I'm not going to do a video on something I don't do. I mean, you just got to understand. I don't layer, so why would I do a video on layering? You know what I mean? It's all logic. Those are what I have coming in. Ross, your favorites? Bleu de Chanel. My favorite Bleu de Chanel is the Parfum, hands down. Dior Sport, the new one. Excited. Very. Very. I'm going to blind buy that one at some point. Genre has some bangers. Devin does do some great work. Hope you feel better soon. I appreciate that, Gerald. Thank you, man. And actually, I think all this talking, sounds like my voice is getting worse and my tone's getting lower. So I may need to go ahead and shut this down here in a minute. And because I'm definitely due for another round of medicine. Yeah, 20 minutes ago, I was supposed to take some medicine again. And I think I'm going to take some NyQuil and go to sleep. Definitely does consent to 2 candles. And for some reason, I cannot catch spike. Bad boy sell out fast. Vitamin C, tea, zinc. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And yes, I don't like tea. After watching you stream, Fat Boy stream with Niles, convinced me to pull the trigger on Miami. Nice. And he is good people. Yeah, Niles is a very, very good dude. Niles is a very, very good dude. Instant Crush is a damn good fragrance as long as you like floral, because it's a lot of jasmine and amberwood. It's more of a synthetic floral take on Baccarat Rouge 540. I really enjoy it. It's just you have to understand what you're getting into, and it's very, very powerful. Aqua Cinderella Blue, Halloween Mina Heroes next, right up my alley. Just picked up Amber Oud Rouge. The blue edition's really good. It's kind of like their version of Bleu de Chanel EDP. It's very good. I have that one. Green Irish Tobacco is really good. Yes, it is. Eating clean is my biggest struggle, especially in the winter. Hey, I understand. What type of industry and field do you work in? So I no longer discuss things like that like I used to in the beginning of my channel, because I've learned that people can be hateful and try to do things to hurt you for no good reason. So I don't discuss things like that. Everybody thinks I'm just strictly on YouTube, and hey, that's fine. Look at it that way. But yeah, I'm not discussing stuff like that anymore. I do some freelance stuff outside of YouTube, and that is to remain unknown. Yesterday it was ATH Daddy's pretty good. Having the flu is great for cutting. Yeah. Yeah, no shit. Except the last thing I trained was chest, and I'm still sore. It was like 4 days ago. So recovery's a bitch right now, being sore. Gotta love the flu. I also haven't been taking in near enough calories and protein, but I have been eating protein, whole food protein, chicken and brisket and stuff like that, chicken breast. So eggs, whole eggs. I've been trying to eat as much whole food protein as I can, and it's not good enough. I'll tell you that. The flu's really tearing my ass up. Brother, you definitely got them bodybuilding genes from your dad. He'd be very proud of your progress. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Lee Balkan, 6'3", 170, trying to get back to 185. 3,000 calories clean is definitely a challenge. Yeah, no shit. Weight gain shakes help me a lot. When I do go back to a surplus, my personal favorite's BCN Nutrition True Mass, the strawberry flavor. I've always liked that. That's my favorite weight gainer because it's not too much fat and carbs. It's like 70 some odd grams of carbs with 50 grams of protein. Because those weight gainers that are like freaking just outrageous amounts of like 200 grams of carbs in a shake, it's like 5 scoops and just it's too much. It's 3 scoops with True Mass. It's the right balance. You get plenty of protein and the right amount of carbs. It's a really good post-workout shake because it's fast absorbing complex carbs. That's the one I prefer. So when I go back to a surplus, I'll be going back to that. What's the fragrance that smells like mojito drink? I'm not sure. Guys, I'm starting to feel like shit. I need to go take my medicine. Sorry, I'm not going to catch up anymore on the comments, but I need to shut it down. I was just sick of laying in bed, and I missed you guys. I haven't been doing any streams the last couple of days. It's been sporadic when I felt good enough to do content. You can hear my voice is going, so I need to shut it down. But I appreciate all of you that jumped on. We still have 131 watching currently. I appreciate everybody that came check me out. I just wanted to chat for a little while. Like I said, when I'm away from YouTube, I miss you guys because you got to understand I'm so used to putting content out every single day and being able to read comments and respond to comments every single day. So when that gets taken from me, it's a little strange for me because I've been doing it for years now, you know. But I greatly appreciate you guys. Thank you all so much for stopping in. I am going to take some NyQuil with VapoCool. It's an interesting new one we're trying. And I'm going to be going to bed. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Y'all have a good one.